Hello, everybody. My name is Silvana Candela. I am a licensed acupuncturist, author, and book publisher. And my topic for today is Living Your Purpose, A Road to Healing. Why am I talking about living your purpose? What does that have to do with healing? In my experience, from what I've seen and in my own life, it has a lot to do with your health and your general well-being, mental and physical. Basically, when we don't live our purpose, when we don't listen to the voice within that's telling us this is what we should be doing with our life, and we go off and do the easier thing, which it is easier, it doesn't go away. That voice does not go away. We are born with certain gifts, talents, a kind of a sense of being driven to, it's called a calling by some people, being driven to a certain life, a certain message, a certain something that you're supposed to carry that's unique to you, that you're supposed to give to the world. It doesn't have to be something big, although it can be. It could be in things that we do every day, just who we are and the way we protect ourselves in whatever career path we've chosen. So this is not necessarily a career path, although it can be. It's not easy. It is what's been referred to as the road less traveled. And the reason it's the road less traveled is because it really does take a certain amount of courage to do. There are going to be roadblocks, and fear is really big among the roadblocks. One of the ways I deal with it, let's say as a writer, you can have a thing called writer's block. I tend not to get that because I don't give into it when I don't feel like it. What I do instead is I will do just a little bit, but something each day. That to me is very important. Doing what you are called to do, at least this much every day, and then looking at what is holding you back. Because those things that are holding you back are the things that you're also to be looking at. That's also part of your path, is the things that are holding you back from doing it. When we don't do it, when we say, nah, I can't do that. What, me? Huh? Nah. That's too hard. That's too crazy. I can't do that. I can't. All the excuses that we come up with. So that becomes denial. And with that denial, something sinks in here. And it's your untruth and it's fear and all of those things. It's a very negative place to go inside, even though we can sugarcoat it with a lot of things. But it really is pretty negative and dark. And what happens is it manifests in other ways. It can even manifest in disease, certainly in unhappiness and in a nagging feeling that something is not right inside, and will manifest on the outside quite often, things not being right. When you do follow your path and your calling, even though it can be difficult, and clearly it is, it's not a smooth road, it is a bumpy road. It may seem like, where am I going to get the strength to do this? Where? How am I going to do this? But what I found is that in spite of everything, when I'm doing what I'm called to do, what I'm supposed to do, the strength is there. Everything is there. The doors open. And when I go through those doors, I have a sense of accomplishment, of self-worth, of self-esteem, of joy, of giving, of love, of everything. That's not like anything else. That's not like when I walk away from it. Because when I walk away from it, I never know, and you don't ever know, what might have been if you had gone through it, if you had walked through that door. I've done that a few times in my life where I've walked away out of fear, out of, who am I to think I can do this? You know, um, and I've regretted it so much that I never want to do that again. Never. Um, I'd rather just take it in baby steps, talk to friends, talk to people who care, who know me well, and who can who I know have my best interests at heart and can really push me along, gently. I have a therapist who does that too. I mean, there's all kinds of people that you can turn to in your community of people. And sometimes it's about giving yourself permission to rise to that level. Instead of saying, like Marianne Williamson said in Nelson Mandela's speech that he did, which she wrote in his inaugural speech, well, who am I to be great, And then she said her words, who am I not to be? Who am I to deny the great things that I am supposed to do in life, that I was brought here to do? And that means each and every one of you. There's not a person listening to this who doesn't have something great you're supposed to be doing with your life. And maybe you are. And maybe you think that means, achieving some kind of fame, notoriety, or whatever, But it doesn't. It doesn't. There are people who, well, like I'll give you an example of the baristas I know at Starbucks who just give a warm, welcoming smile and a wonderful word, that just warms your heart before you even drink the coffee. And that kind of thing, it just, that's what we all bring to this world in the things that we do. If we are doing what we are meant to be doing, that love and that joy will come out and radiate and shine. And that's what we're supposed to do. We shine and we radiate for each other. Um, so, it is sometimes about giving yourself permission. Yes, I give myself permission to be happy today and to follow my road and my path on what I'm supposed to be doing, to know that it is not too big. It's not too big, or it wouldn't be in here. It wouldn't be in here and in here, you know. Um, Oprah Winfrey is one of my favorite people that I like to listen to for inspiring words. Her words of wisdom are really amazing. And one of the things that she says that I like to hear is how somebody once said to her, "Oh, you're just full of yourself." And she went something like, "Yeah, I am." And then she explained how being full or full of yourself in that sense is really a way of being so full that your cup runneth over. And when your cup runneth over, you can pour on and shine your light on others and give them permission to be the best that they can be and the greatest they can be. Doing anything less is really shortchanging yourself. And when I shortchange myself, I know it. Oh, do I ever know it? And kick myself for thinking and for saying, why didn't I? And then it'll come out in some other weird kind of physical ailment, usually. And, you know, um, if you are into Louise Hay and, all of her affirmations and how she puts physical and emotional things together with being positive, that gives you a pretty good idea of how, and many people, in the medical community too, myself included, believe that, how you think and how you feel in terms of positive and negative will affect your health. But in this case, I'm talking about doing what you are meant to be doing. And that's a big thing. because unfortunately, a lot of people don't, or do less than because they're so afraid. I'm asking you for your benefit, for your health, physical and mental, and for all of those around you, and how you radiate outwards to the world. Please give it a try, one day at a time, one little bit at a time, one little tiny mouthful at a time. Bite off what you can chew, and live your purpose and what you were meant to do. And I believe we all know inside what that is. And if you don't, talk to some people and ask, and let your friends help you too. And with that, I hope you have a very wonderful, beautiful, blessed day. Thank you for listening.